This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. Overview Radio, bringing you Overview Podcast. There's a very special episode, man. Now, after the first one, you guys have always been on our case. Or yo, we want this man back. Even after elections, so another, Pakela hell after his Madua announced you hell, I received so many calls, but we want him back in the building. And he's back, man. He's back. He's leader of opposition once again. His name is none other than Honorable Dumelang Saleshando.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Once again, thank the people. Thank the people.
All those of you out there who asked that I should have a round two, thank you very much. I hope it's not because I lost round one.
Yeah, but tell me, Lord Dooms, do you how does it feel for you now? Okay, on paper, you lost elections.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But this is the best performance here BCP ever.
By far the best.
Yeah, by far the best.
By far the best. BCP has 15 seats in the National Assembly.
Yeah.
We've never gone above double digits on our own.
Yeah.
BCP, the last time we had a high number, my councillor nearly 65.
65.
It has 123 councillors.
Wow. Shout out.
How you go the counselling? BCP is the highest Modi counselling, nearly 6 more Botswana.
Nearly 6 more.
We are a majority in 6 councils. I get a majority kera elected. Because go tsile go nna le ba ministera ba supileng ka monwana. But ha re ya hela ka the choice of the voter. Gora gore in at least 6 councils.
Yeah.
BCP ke one mamorato.
Yeah.
How ya go district e tshwana le Northwest le Okavango. There we mopped the floor.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I remember ke rabangwe kere in this coming election, we want to turn Northwest into a one-party state.
Yeah.
We are there.
You are there. Yeah.
The party tse dingwe go rudi bone yanong go ka nna ga tokela gore go hirwe molao wa gore di sirediwe ka ha molaong. You know when an animal is about to be extinct.
Yeah.
It's a normal. Sireletsa go te ga o lete le go itsoma.
Isiwa ko lady khama.
Ga re khakala ko Northwest ya no go agiwa a khama rhino sanctuary. Ya go tabeng go beile
di party
tse dingwe go ne ko.
Yeah. So like my question was, I mean, with this great performance,
yes,
does it feel like victory, and does it feel like a loss, or how does it feel this time around? Because on paper you lost, but best performance ever. How does it feel?
It's best performance ever. You know, like an athlete.
Yeah.
Mo doing lega sa winner, they recorded their
personal best.
Their personal best.
Yeah.
We recorded our personal best. You know, politics is not a 100-meter sprint.
Yeah.
It's a marathon.
Yeah.
We have built a very strong base. We've proven our resilience in our bases.
Yeah.
We have spread across the country. Gompieno le go moshopa we tell mo councillor wa Congress Party. We've won for the first time 2 constituencies in the south.
Yeah.
Being Ramotswa and Katleng West. Normally Koramadawa.
Okay, yeah.
Normally in the past we've only had 1 in the south. But I think the key point is this. We've won. We've done our best. We've won on our own by beating our record. We've not won elections.
Yeah.
But we are happy about the changes. Gore bo BDP dule. Le ha ne re itse gore ka bointshitswe ke rona. We think it's also victory for us. It's victory for our democracy. And we celebrate that victory for our democracy. Gore le hatse le khone go tsana mo gore ba tlhophi ba itse gore o ka ntsha ba ba leng mo teng. It's a huge lesson. And no other party will ever stay close to 58 years. And I can predict not even half of 58 years. And I can even go further. I doubt if any party will stay a quarter of 58 years in government. Botswana have tasted the sweetness of their ballot box, change of government. They are going to keep changing, possibly as regular as your most developed democracies like the US, where it's difficult to find anyone who, you do 2 terms, you've done well. Hey, otherwise, you may just do 1 term.
Yeah.
That is where we are.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I forgot to introduce Chief Ghost. Ngwana Kgosithebe. Are you there, my boy?
Ke teng,
All
papa.
right. Hey,
So Chief Ghost, ka Setswana o kgosi ya sepoko.
ka Setswana. Hey, monno kana ke ngwana ka ntwaro o mo kae go hale.
Ke ngwana a kgosi yana ke tswa go magala pere.
Hey, okay.
Go kala mare go mutane go bona pitsi.
Okay. All right.
Bala pesorowe.
Hey, so are you saying that you don't see the incumbent government at UDC? Kana kota ya 58 years go 15 years.
Well, half
yeah,
is,
maybe 3
half
times
is 24.
Hey.
And quarter means 12.
Hey, yeah.
It means getting more than 2 terms.
Yeah.
I doubt.
You doubt.
I have my doubts.
Hey, yeah, me not tell one but Botswana have simulate trend by simulate.
Yes.
And yeah, like you saying, once you know now re lemogile le rona gore go riana go change
Yes.
power is possible,
It's possible.
like that, you know.
Yeah.
So hey,
Yeah.
no one should be comfortable,
True.
Tota. And yeah. BCP, if I'm not mistaken, ke party 1998 or
1998.
1998.
Yes.
Yes. How many years now? 26 years.
Yes,
26
correct.
years. Yeah, and then in 26 years, you have 15 seats, in parliament and 126 council seats.
Yes. 123.
Yeah, 123. How is that? I mean, with your development plan, Helaya BCP, do you think the party is moving in the direct, in the in the good
Yes,
direction?
yes.
Kana go slow, kana ebile go heuhile or what?
Well, we are moving in the right direction. Kana ka 1998 ga re formiwa. E be re tsanela dithopo within a year.
Yeah.
Re ne ra wina mo parliament a lo one. Wa Okavango, the late Joseph Kavindam. His soul rest in peace. And then we came to the next election.
Yeah.
In 2004. Again, re be re tswa ka 1 MP.
In 2004.
Yes, which was myself.
Yeah, Gaborone
for
Central.
Gaborone Central.
Yeah.
And we were starting to wonder, are we going to be a one-party curse? But we've been growing from there. And looking back, I can say we are now a growing, a truly fast-growing party. We've covered good ground. We are now at 21% of the popular vote. We are not far from the winning party.
37%.
37%. The only difference between us and them is 17%. Maybe the party dile malwa. Tse di kopaneng.
Yeah.
So I think we have made good progress. We, since 2004, at every election, the BCP brings the youngest member of parliament, elected member of parliament, at every election.
I remember Dithapelo Keorapetse
In 2004, it was myself.
Yeah, it was you.
In 2009, in
Gaolathe.
Gaolathe Aron.
How old were you in 2004?
Whoa,
Only 52 or 4?
53 now.
Oh, okay, 53. Calculate, guys, calculate, yeah.
Ora ora ne ke le bokae? 33, come on. Wasn't I? About there.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
33 youngest.
Somewhere there.
Yeah, and then Gaolathe Aron.
Gaolathe Aroni was the youngest in 2009.
2009.
In 2014, the youngest was Dithapelo Keorapetse. Yes. Of course, 2019, Mere Tlogela ka gore ne re eme as part of a coalition.
Yeah, but like 2019. Wait,
He was, yes, 2019.
Okay, yeah.
Then 2024, it's us again.
With who?
With Tabologo Furniture.
Oh.
MP
okay.
for Tati East. He's the youngest elected member of parliament.
How old is he?
got me there. I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it shows you whether there is a good future for the party. We are always able to attract and develop talent.
Yeah.
And I think for 2029, we will possibly do much more than we've done in the past. Try and have a higher number. Ya banana ba batla beng ba emetse ditlhopho. But it takes time of ya go aga and building.
Yeah.
And most of these ones are products of our youth league. Furniture is former leader ya youth league ya BCP. Dithapelo Keorapetse was former leader ya youth ya BCP.
Yeah.
I was also in the youth structures when I became active. So I think we're on the right track. We are a party with a proud past and a party with a promising future.
The model of your party, le kopa guy, because one thing that I've noticed, like even towards the
Yes.
everyone wanna bua BCP is the most organized party towards these elections. So one person would ask you, where do you model the style of Wara party, stuff like that?
Well, let me say thanks to those who came before us. Baba nemba simolotsa party bo re dingake le banana le bone.
Yeah.
Kana ne re tswa ko party e ne e gola mmele disorganized.
Front.
Botswana National Front.
Yeah.
Reading I gonna ba kwala book ya The Politics of Confusion.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and I remember at one Congress reading like either 1999 or 98. I did some mahokwa never and never again. Re ka itetela go tsana mo seemong sa senere le mo go sona sa politiki e tletseng tobekano.
Yeah.
So it's an oath we took. Ke maikano a raya tsereng. Ga re simolla party to never ever descend into a state of disorganization.
Yeah.
And I am happy it's a value so we pride ourselves. We take pride in being an organized party. And you'd really want one day not only to be the best organized party in Botswana, but for people to start saying, hey, within SADC, this is possibly one of the best organized parties.
Yeah. You are probably the longest serving BCP leader.
Yes, I am.
Do you think BCP would survive without you? Because, for instance, one would look at the EFF, for instance, and then, you cannot picture EFF without Julius Malema. You cannot picture BCP without Dumelang Saleshando. Do you think that BCP would survive without you? Ibile, the second question is that, what are you doing to make sure that BCP would survive without you?
A party in the main is trying to survive because of strong structures.
Yeah.
Botswana Congress Party has structures throughout the country. It is structures at the committee, at the ward, at the region. I think we need to make sure that they remain as strong as they possibly can. A youth league that attracts more young people into politics.
Yeah.
I think that we may not be doing as well as I would want to see.
Yeah.
There's this new generation, they are not interested in going to political rallies.
Yeah, podcast.
Yes. So the party needs to invest
Yeah.
in attracting more fresh talent than in the past.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that I and others in leadership will have our eyes on. We'll pay attention to this. The feedback we received in the last election is that Dira as well as we should have in the social media space. So we are going to address this. And I think because we'll be going for election of a new leadership, the leadership that comes out at 2025 will have a plan. I'm sure they will have a plan.
Yeah.
A party with strong structures can survive without any of its leaders. I mean, there was a time in the ANC is Mandela. Without Mandela, there is no ANC.
Yeah, but also for him it's different because he served one term, right?
He served one term.
Yeah.
But he was larger than life.
True.
He did not need to reason with you.
Yeah.
His aura, his stature, his credentials just attracted votes. Okay. I have been around for a long time. But mind you, I'm not the oldest guy around. It's just that I came in early.
Yeah.
Now I came in very early, and I was actually the young. I think I may have been the youngest presidential candidate in this last election.
Like in the last election.
Yes, someone who knew.
Kante, you are 53.
I'm 53.
He is 54.
I know Reboko and Masisi are older than me.
Yeah.
I have my question mark around Rereatili. We may be the same year, or he may be older than me. So I may as well have been the youngest. But of course, people can develop fatigue around your name, your face, your voice. And I've always said to other people, coming in early, the difficult thing is determining the right time to leave. Before la piece about.
Yeah.
You know, Re kwala go be gotten early.
Yeah.
And was hitting all the right chords. Possibly the strongest ever Secretary General the ruling party has had. But he missed one thing. When do I leave? I don't think it's a pleasant thing to serve that long and then you lose an election. I've lost an election before.
Yeah.
I've got to now do my own assessment, balance the interest there, BCP. At what point should I leave that will be beneficial for the BCP? Our founding president, Redingake, when he left, there are many people who were saying, Asagatsama. But he was insisting, or given his age, the party needs a younger leader. And looking back, but I look back and said, this man was selfless. He possibly made the right call. Was never about himself, but also the interest of the organization. So I will also be going into that mode of reflecting as the leader of the BCP. At what point do I get out of the train and allow someone sufficient time to settle in the leadership of the party?
Exactly.
And I don't think that time is too far.
There's that part, sufficient time.
Yeah. You are 53 now, 58 in 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Are you hoping? Okay, I understand that Congress, next year.
Next year we are going for a Congress, yes.
Party
BCP from next year.
Towards the top of
2029.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you hoping so that or like what 2029?
Like I said, it's reflection time. It's reflection time.
Yeah.
Early in the year of 2025, my plan, Lebanon and Lebone, is that we should tour the country. It's always also important to know the mood in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they want to see? We're also going to review our constitution, by the way, the party constitution.
Okay.
So it will be about saying what type of constitution do you think will help us go into 2029 and what type of leadership will help us go into 2029. So it's too early. You see, the problem is that if the leader announces too early,
Yeah.
So I'll rather listen first, hear what people have to say. I'm very open-minded about everything that the party faces. I've done what I could. I will be the first. This party has given me privilege after privilege of serving in leadership. I am not entitled. I am just being honored by the members of the party. Let's sit down. Look, we think time is up. I will accept. But again, if they say to me, we want you to hang around, it's not for me to say, hey, I think Kelapili. I will sit, recharge my batteries, and we march on together. So let's wait and see. Yeah.
You always emphasized how you believe in democracy and all that, and one would say that you believe in democracy too much. Some people were too much democracy is dangerous. What's your take on that? Because I for one, I feel like I for one, I don't believe in democracy. But for you and the BCP, you guys are flat out democratic. How do you? I mean, sometimes don't you ever feel the masses kamusima, even though when I since on experience and then like you just listen to what they say or whatsoever. How do you maneuver through the too much democracy landscape or you have laid down within the party?
Yes, I possibly do believe in democracy to a fault. I am
To a fault?
Yes,
You do.
I do. Because my view is that I know no better system. And democracy is this good alien when you have tasted it, you'd rather have more than less. How can you taste that you want less of it? Democracy is just one of those commodities that you'd always just want more of. Yes, negotiating with democracy does not produce the best result. The decision to, after 2014 elections, to contest under the UDC was taken democratically. Looking back, was it the right decision? No, it was not the right decision because it set the BCP back. 2024, where we believe and the numbers show that we did well. But take 2 steps back from 2024. Got 2022, the BCP almost got killed by the UDC. 2 years before elections. E hopelwa ma-councilora, e hopelwa ma-parlamente, being decampaigned nationwide. The party was almost killed. Call it a passion killing, a political passion killing. A project we had loved made us bleed profusely. We lost members, we were bleeding, we were on the floor. But we managed to pick ourselves up. And let's say collectively we made a mistake by joining the UDC. Let's build afresh. We built afresh and the party is back on its 2 feet. But don't you think that you should have stayed and not left? Especially when Dumelang. As we speak, you would be vice president possibly.
True.
And my response to them has always been this. This divorce was necessary. When you have tasted a bad relationship, you don't care what after the divorce, you just cherish your freedom. We cherish our freedom as Botswana Congress Party. That we can now preach good governance. I mean, look at what is going on. Nominated council. Nominated council like the ruling party. By pile the biggest chunk of it. By pile more than 100. Thank you. Me bantse balwa. Mwantsare go kopana le mo BNFR I want more. Go kopana le mo AP I want more. Kopana le mo BPP I want more.
Like there's no contentment.
Now, Rona, we've got 123 elected. We are celebrating. Whenever people with more than 100, they have increased with more than 100, but they are unhappy. I cherish happiness any day.
Hey, that's powerful.
That's
right?
powerful.
That's
Actually.
powerful. How do you BCP? Let's talk about the loyalty.
Yes.
It's like BCP in this loyalty. I mean, Pigwe constituency, like that too again.
Yes, the pitch.
Pigwe constituencies like that loyal to the BCP. Ramotswa loyal to BCP. Okavango now the two again. Loyal to the BCP. Now Anzubuaka Zamau.
Yes.
The three. Let's one BCP.
So,
how do you build that loyalty among people? I mean, even like the people that you have within the BCP. What BCP?
well, look, I think se se teng ke gore molaetsa wa rona ga o setse o gorogile. Batho ba ba o tshwereng ba o ngangatlela. And it must say something about it must be a good message. They are not swayed by the peo. Remember, nako tse di hona le mahelo a ile mo a ile gore nako a tsewa ke dipeo. With due respect to batho ba mahelo a teng. But let's look at this. 2014. All constituencies in Gaborone voted UDC. Now let's say he or hell. 2014. 2019. All the constituencies puaganya UDC, they are BDP.
Say here.
Say here. 2024,
Yeah.
all of them again, di puaganya BDP,
Ba ile-
yeah, UDC.
Okay, yeah.
Go raya gore go mo, there's no foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I get yeah, there's the parties that are playing in the space sa ga borone. The voters don't really are not loyal to them. They are ba ya le gore phiwa e hokela kae gompieno. Ga re itse gore ya go hokela kae ka 2029.
Yeah.
Ga gona o itseng. Like rona we've been able to establish this base e re nang nayo ya dikgaolo tsa rona, and what it now means is that this strong message that has been well received in Northwest, in Nkange, in Pikwe, in Ramotswa, we now need to bring it to the South. This is a priority of our priorities. And we say it unapologetically. We are intentional. We are coming to the South. The BCP needs to get the road to the South. Gore batho ba kwa ha South ba re utlwe, ba re tlhaloganye. 2029 ba se ka ba botsa gore phiwa e hokela kae, ba e ko molaetsa o leng teng. That is what we are
What's
going
the
to
recipe? How kopisi ba bangwe gore, like, how do you build
do. Intellectual
loyalty?
property.
Classified information.
Yeah, IP. It reminds me of the loyalty ya lona ya BCP. It reminds me of Honorable Winter Muluzi.
Yes.
Wherever he goes, whatever party he chooses,
Yes.
people follow him.
Yes. He's been able to endear himself.
Yeah.
But remember, Rona, we are trying to get people to get them endeared to the party.
Yeah, to the party.
I remember Haribino Kavangolandla in 1999. The late Paul Rantau, a very gifted public speaker.
Yeah.
Abu Agore, I wait to go be an FR. No, but who Kavango was my BCP? Kima Kavindam. Never top of Kavinda, man, to be BCP.
Yeah.
But we now know.
Yeah.
Korasama Kavindam.
Kima BCP.
Kima BCP. Yes, so we will now be finding our space in the southern part of Botswana.
Yeah.
In this 5 years, BCP will, not may, will entrench itself in the south so that it's the missing part of the puzzle. I mean, when you look at places like Bo Kgantsikwe we're doing well now in those places. Like I say, Go Moshopa, we've made inroads. Surely we can make inroads. After all, they are easy to travel to, easy to access. Northwest.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will find our way to the south.
What's the mood now? Because now, for me personally, from my observation,
Yes.
from Mobato Mageba in this and that, it's like Batuano by BCP can metel. Baba Ngobatwa go BDP by BCP, Baba from the ruling party by BCP. So from my personal space, I like a little one. When I carry on is like BCP is becoming the alternative. Is it the same thing that you are? Like there's only been a month after elections, but it's my observation. It doesn't have to be Mungwele Mungo whatsoever. But since you are the president, how is the reception now? How do you see more people coming, or what?
We will see a lot of people joining our party. We're already receiving inquiries.
A lot.
We're already receiving inquiries because I think people can see a party that is built on a strong foundation.
Oh, okay.
We are possibly heading for an era where the BDP may never come back.
Possibly.
You may have a 2-horse race going to 2029. Ele gore kana diparty tse tshwana le BDP wala wa ko bo Zambia o lebela diparty tsa bo Kaunda. These independence parties ga di shwa ga di dibale.
Serious.
You know, asemo go teng re lusitse hale like mo ntlong o dirile plakanyana ya fridge, but everything else is working. Ga di tswa mo pusong tsone go ke monka menu se tshwole. Pow.
Independent.
That's it. So there will be a lot of people who will be looking for a proper alternative.
Yeah.
It also depends on the ruling party UDC.
Yeah.
Are they able to deliver on their pledges? or like an SRC government. Yes, I promised you this, but the problem is,
Yeah.
all SRCs behave like that.
Yeah.
And let's hope that the UDC is not going to be an SRC
Yeah.
that tries to say, matata ne ele tom kraga. Ka wa ke dirile matata ne ele tom kraga." 60 months is a long period. SRC o ka rialo ka gore ke 12 months.
Yeah.
Ha re bua 60 months.
Yeah.
You can't
Loan
tell
ya
us,
simolla e
yes,
le
you can't tell us 2 years from now. For matata ki, no. Now it's your record that is going to have to speak for itself.
Yeah. What are your own analyses hela ka BDP? Ya go no bua gore tsone diphetho tseo tsa independence ha di so di ba le tsamaela ruri. Do you think this is the end of the BDP kana do you see life for it?
I think the BDP has long reached its sell-by date. It was a question of time. Yone BDP ne ntse itse le gore nakong e phithele e dule mo pusong. But their leader, President Mokgweetsi Masisi, ke itse gore ga motho a le mo on the floor a rapame gago, it's not kind go sound like ke toano o moraga ka sethako.
Yeah.
But possibly he speeded up.
Like the process.
He speeded up the process ya go bolaya
BDP.
BDP. Never had the BDP had a leader as arrogant as President Mokgweetsi Masisi. Insensitive ka language. Batswana ke batho ba sensitive ka language. Ene mahoko ana dirisa. Ana tlhabisa batho ba le bantsi ditlhong ba tswang kgakala ba rata party ya tom kraga. You see, the BDP could sustain itself ka gore e nne halola mo ditlhophong batswana bo ba tsaya gore le ha re ka ikwedisa ra tlhopha ga etswe yaanong ba bone gore ke gore not only go tswa but go sala ka na le pinekile yo tantso te eminwana pezu.
Yeah.
So BDP pezulu gompienwana.
Ka
Yes, and it's difficult to see how the BDP is going to come back. Ka gore gape under Masisi it was about the leader. Re si ale Masisi. BDP ne squi i package ka leader mo go kalo. They forgot about building institutions.
Don't you think it was because their leader was under attack that time? So like they had to protect him. I don't know.
Well, maybe because go ba go simolotse ka 2019.
Yeah.
Maybe because he was under attack from his predecessor.
Yeah.
And they wanted to build a wall around him. But in building that wall, they should have continued to make sure that they have strong structures. I mean, youth league president BDP I don't know. And now I'm politically active. I mean, that space, I should know.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. Yes.
I think I would like to believe that Kante, this is the 13th parliament, right?
Yes, it is.
I believe that, you are likely to be the longest serving MP now.
There's two of us. But
You and who?
they run 20 years in the 5 years.
Hey, man.
Fourth term. Winter Mulutsi.
Oh,
so
yeah,
the two of us
yeah.
share a title.
Yeah.
Mo parliament, the longest serving female MP, I'm sure I told the speaker, Bisa Madaware, mother of the house.
Oh,
The longest serving female MP will be a mother of the house. The longest serving male MP will be a father of the house.
Leader of the house or father of the house?
Father of the house.
Father of the house.
So there are two fathers of the house.
Oh,
Ken
okay.
Nale Remuluzi is the longest serving.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Kante, okay, before this question, how does it feel now? I mean, like into this new Botswana, one of the true longest serving MP and all that.
It feels good to be in a parliament where you have a different ruling party. It's a moment that many people had thought will never come.
Yeah.
So it's history in the making. It's also interesting to sit there and see an opposition party trying to find itself settled as a ruling party. For now, it's nice to keep saying, I get it. But the newness will go away.
Yeah.
So it will also be interesting to be part of parliament.
Like the novelty will go away.
Yeah, seeing them becoming more experienced as a ruling party, and then seeing how they conduct themselves as a ruling party that wanted many changes,
Yeah.
even around the top. Now going to 2029, will they agree to do it?
Yeah.
Abata dumalana le direct election of the president.
Yeah. Canada is there as well.
Abata dumalana le independence of the IEC.
Hey.
Will they deliver for us the electronic copies of the voters' roll? I mean, I found it strange
Yeah.
to find myself sitting and writing a letter and signing a letter. Ke ikwalela Secretary General wa BNF. Ke mo kopa to uphold democratic principles, but I had to. And democratic principles ke gore mo manifesto wa bone ba rile di-party di ta kgaogana bo specially elected MPs and councillors proportionate to your popular vote. I believed them because that is a value we've always stood for together. But mokoko iso le gangwe hela e ka re bana le mathata le upholding democratic principles. And I had to write and remind. There's a strong likelihood, or even with the letter from the main opposition, reminding them, or this is what we said, they are not likely to adhere to what they pledged. So it will be interesting as they mature in government, or abata gakologelwa maikano a bone.
Sounds like you are already enjoying the leader of opposition position. Eh?
Well, I've got to enjoy my job.
Yeah.
It's a job that Botswana gave me.
Yeah.
In the past, Botswana a minority, one seat,
One
in
seat.
parliament. I did it with a lot of oomph, with a lot of energy. I'm not, but this is not what I asked you to give me. What the voter gives me, I accept. This parliament, Barry Hilebu, main opposition, I will do it to the best of my ability. That's how I handle my assignments.
Interesting. Before I forget this question, Kante, what determines the leader of the House, Ko Parliament?
The leader of the House get choice here, the ruling party.
Yeah, the ruling party.
The leader of the House, also, Canada leader of the House, strictly speaking, ki speaker, right? Moeteledipele wa parliament is the speaker.
Yes, the speaker.
In other jurisdictions, in other countries, tiro yone o ga e bidwe leader of the House.
Okay.
E bidwa leader of government business in the House.
Okay.
Meaning what? Meaning that ki minister yo ileng gore the executive cabinet in na ha tsebere, this is our agenda ko parliament.
Yeah.
Re batla go tisa the following bills melao e 6. Me priority ki yo followed by this one. Re batla go tisa di policies tse di latelang. So you are the leader of government business in the House. Ko ena o bolelang speaker ra gore nya priority ya melao e re batang ki. So it doesn't have to be the vice president. In the past, the leader of the House has always, or most of the time, has been the vice president.
Okay. Yeah.
But nako ene rekama ya le vice president, unas leader of the House.
Yeah, because
Leader of the House even when he became an MP.
Okay.
Leader of the House in ile Remi Rafi.
Oh, okay.
Ile ka ba decidileng ka teng.
Okay.
So gompieno leader of the House ke Remo Hwasa. Ke ena rumiwang ke executive go ta go parlamenteng go bua gore batla go irang. I am hoping gore ta khona go change the standing order. Ka gore in the past no go gana ba BDP, rona le BNF ne re dumalana le UDC. Gore ta re changing the standing orders. Leader of the House in the speaker. Yo tanga rumilwe ke executive abidiwe leader of government business in the House. Yes.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. How is the relationship now? I mean, nele dumalana bogologolo.
Yes.
Ebile le kile la kopana as UDC. Le boelane go mo gatke like le phatlalletsane. Le kgaogane.
Yes.
How is the relationship now between UDC and BCP? I mean, we've had Honorable Seroko here, like on the podcast. You know, like you guys are frustrating them because like they had hoped that so
I don't know where that hope comes from.
Yeah.
Look, they are the ruling party.
Like you guys were in the trenches together now.
They are the ruling party. Re tla ba thusa go dira tse re neng gore le rona ra di dumela. Akere.
Yeah.
Ga ba kwala mo manifestong wa bone. Ba re bo specially elected MPs ba kgaoganwe proportionately. Ga bo ba change ba re no. Ya no re batla 100%. Really knows. Why should we support support them. How re dumalana le bone gore bagodi ba tshwanetse ba duelwe an increased pension. Lona be lo tswella lo le UDC lo re maybe within 30 days ra change. Re dira 1.8 and you have voted. Gore basadi ba go le banna ba go ba go thopa ka gore ba re 1.8 ka November. November ga tsena wa re ne ke sa re November. Ne ke ra ya March. Why should we support? Kana go mo in advertising. Go bidwa deceptive advertising. We papaditse ka 1.8 ka November. You are now given a chance go tsena o re monele. Ha o sena go tsena wa re ne ke sa re November. Ga la nkutwa sente. So for our duty as BCP, really official opposition, Botswana ha go ra re official opposition or ra gore o tlhodumele ba ba busang gore a ba ira se ba se buileng. So for as long as UDC is sa dire se se soloheditseng, they can expect us to call them out. But we have said in parliament, for UDC, Lobasha, we'll take it easy. We'll give you the first 100 days in office. But on day 101, you need to report back. Hey, you need to report back. In opposition. I'm not asking and I'm not expecting UDC to help me. I'm not asking them. Even I'm not expecting them to help me. I will do my job. Abone ba dire tiro ya bone. Baska ba re matata ke gore BCP ya ba khoreletse. They are now starting to sound like BDP. Kana BDP ke yone ne re tlogela Masisi a busi, meaning lo re khoreletsa mo go busi. A khoreletswa ke mang? Lo hilo marapo. UDC, let's go. Let's get on with it. Let's have the 450,000 jobs. Let's have the 100,000 houses. If you do that, as the main opposition, we will support you. Because that's what we want. Expect us to say you are misbehaving. Yes.
There's a phrase that you recently said, UDC is another BDP in blue. Like you said that, right?
Yes, I did.
Do you believe or like that's the case now?
The early warning signs. Di supa jalo. BDP in ere tsa special elected e be gana go retsa diparty tse ding. E batla ba o ne le nosi. UDC retsa ga ke ya dira yalo. A bo ba neelwa marapo. A go tsisa bo special elected. Bo ba ira ya ka batho ba le ba kitse di ready. Ba hilwa marapo gompieno a bo councilor. Ba ne ba ntshitse list. E bile tshwanang hela le ba ready. But we'll wait. Early warning signs are there. Remember, tsunami doesn't just come. Only early warning signs. So the early warning signs they are tend they are support. UDC ikatswa e hetogetse maikano ayon.
You let's talk about your protege now. Honorable Dithapelo Keorapetse, Speaker of the of the House.
The Right Honorable Speaker of the House.
Exactly. He's your protege, and you gave him a warning, and a promise on this podcast.
Yes.
You surely did.
Yes, we did.
And he was voted not voted, but he was speaker.
He was chosen to be speaker
appointed
and endorsed by parliament.
He was appointed the speaker of the National Assembly.
Yes.
And all that. How does it feel? I mean, no matter, regardless of the differences, how does it feel to see your protege in that seat?
Within the first week, I was happy with the election results. But ba mmoletse se ne re kopa gore ba se mmolele. Gore re go isitse kwa ka BCP. Squad re bolella di story. Ha re bolella di story re go bontsha setswalo. Okay. So that one is settled. He now has a new role. Speaker. I went to his office and had paid a courtesy call. Wished him well, and I genuinely wish him well. Even on the floor of parliament, I said, one of our products, he is a beneficiary and a product the BCP cadre development program. Possibly the youngest speaker we've ever had. Possibly also the youngest speaker in SADC. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Highly possible. The youngest. So and my message to him was, I will do everything that I can do as an MP and as leader of the opposition to support you to win in that role.
Yeah.
And I said to him, again publicly on the floor of Parliament, for you to win, you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
You need to deliver on the independence of Parliament. You are part of this new government. They chose you to be speaker.
Yeah.
Ba bolelle gore go thona go nna le parliament e leng gore e ranwa ke office of the president. We want, we can't have a system where you wake up today we tell about transfer the office of the president from parliament. A isitse wa go nna meriki wa council ko hukuntsi kana ko gavango. Parliament e tshwanetse iphirele in independent from the presidency. So that's the starting point. Ya gagwe. There are many other things around the independence of parliament. And I think he has his job cut out for him. And we will see how it all goes.
Ono bua ko parlamenteng gore ke ene mojwa boswa ba ga Gills.
Yes, ne ke mora ke re ga ke utlwa lentswe la gagwe ga batho ba re nna ke ja boswa jwa ga Gilson Saleshando. Gilson Saleshando started campaigning ko Phikwe. A itlela Phikwe ile very hostile BDP territory.
Yeah.
Ile part of the central district. Ba sa utwisisi ka Domkrag.
Yeah.
In fact, my dad always says, kana no sena go mo thelantse go iwa go ntwa je ka Domkrag. Go Phikwe na kwa teng kolo ino tsa speaker gore dom.
Yeah.
Mongwe le mongwe mo a ba ile gore o tla tabogile. So he built a base go Phikwe.
Yeah.
And base yo ga hetsa re be ra go bitsa Dithapelo. Ale kgakala le Phikwe na kwa teng a setsa go dugila nna mo gaborong. Re go back. The door is set. It's open for you.
Yeah.
To isa parliament. So yes, ke moja boswa jwa ga Gilson Saleshando.
Le mo bone.
And more than me because now I never came anywhere close to a constituency. Ya campaign go gone. Ke simolotse mo gaborone and he never addressed a single rally go gaborone go kopa gore ke thophiwe.
For you.
For Gaborone Central. Yes.
Honorable Dumelang Saleshando is in the building. MP for
Maung North.
Maung North.
Yes.
Yeah, MP for Maung North and leader of opposition. Wa parliament ya gompieno. Remember that we're shooting this episode from Cycad Palm Hospitality, the best hotel in town. It's beautiful, man. Re Saleshando second time coming here. Still the best place that you can ever come and chill here and lodge here as well. Remember, this episode is proudly brought to you by Kanako, the best and most reliable commercial and industrial equipment supplier or store. Check them out on the socials when you want to venture into business or expand the business or equipment from agri equipment, bakery equipment, butchery equipment, catering equipment, medical equipment, a whole lot more, man. Just check them out on the socials. Equipment. Gomz the Barber is my hair doctor. Check him out on the socials as well. Gomz the Barber. Jack's Gym is our fitness partner. Yeah, we're still there, man. We still at it. Lord Dooms.
Yes.
How is your relationship with the incumbent president now, our boy? Niku address as your boy because he's your president. I mean, your relationship with him has always been back and forth. You know, even the last time here on the podcast on no, you guys don't have a relationship anymore. You guys used to be friends and then you don't have a relationship anymore. How is it now?
Well, we certainly are not friends.
Yeah.
We don't share the same values politically. But he is my president.
Yeah.
He is not my boy.
He's not your boy.
And I say this to him.
Yeah.
My boy, no, it's not going to happen, sir.
Yeah.
You remain my president. He is president of the Republic of Botswana, and therefore I accord him the most respect.
Yeah.
Ke mo ha tlotla yotlhe e ke enetse mo tautona ba ba kileng ba nna teng ba ne ke sa share e se ditsala tsane ebile ke sa share the same values as them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I accorded them the space and respect. So I've already talked to minister in the presidency, Remuhwasa,
Yeah.
to get me an appointment to go and meet Reboko physically,
Yeah.
one-on-one, and wish him well. Le go mmape le gore dikgang tsa bo tse ke tsayang gore a di tseele ko godimo ke dihi during his term. He doesn't have to take my advice, but I will share it nonetheless. I did that with previous presidents. So we've now been instructed by the voters go dira ditiro tse di pedi tse di harologaneng mme di amana. Ene as president, na as leader of the opposition. My role is to support him, like every citizen should do. There is no BCP and UDC now. There is Botswana. Re tshwanetse re bone gore isa ya Botswana ko pele. Mme nna ya mitiro ke gore ke be ke ntse ke mo lebeletse gore ha e kete wa hapoga ke mo gakolole maikano a o ikanneng ka ona. Ha e le gore ga a utlwe, to say it even more strongly, not whispering, but more strongly, not a courtesy call ya ka ke a go dira, but to call it out, hey, now this is worrying. But not only that, to say also to Botswana, I have an alternative for you. Hela ya kalene, his party nearly main opposition. Aba bolela Botswana gore, yo, Masisi ga khoni, and I'm here as the alternative. Ha sa khone ka 2029. Botswana ba mphile tiro gore ke ba re kere, me what is the alternative? So I will be getting ready to do an effective role ya opposition under his government. And I so now I'm not worried gore ga se tsala ya me. Past presidents were not my friends, but I still worked with them. So as and when he calls on me as the president, like I've been called upon before, can you please be part of my agenda ya go bua ka HIV/AIDS? You are the youngest MP. Banana go ba ka go utlwa botoka go na le ka ba ka nkutlo. And I responded positively. So if Rek Boko calls me and say, here now I need your assistance, I will be there to help him. He is, like I said, my president.
Is there personal interaction now?
There's personal interaction when you are friends. But there is official interaction.
Okay.
Yes.
After have you reached out to him after Arsenal who win a club?
Oh yes, I did.
Congratulating him.
Oh yes. Ke mo le leditse ebile ba isi ba tshware 31 seats. Ke ne ke amogela dipego go tswa go dikgaolong tse di harologaneng. Gore ke itse gore ke bo mama ba iteletseng pele ko kae. So when it became clear to me gore the UDC will get 31 and more, I called him and congratulated him.
Don't you miss him?
Not really, I don't. I don't miss him. Yes, I don't. No, I don't miss him because I'm not a fan of the way in which he manages organizations. And I'm not the only one. Remember, he has had many vice presidents. It's because of the way he wants to manage. It works for him. I am not a fan of his management style.
How's your relationship with the incumbent BDP now, Ndaba Gaolathe? I think you have worked together before, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we have worked together before. But very briefly. Remember, we worked together, and before we could conclude about UDC.
How is your relationship with him now?
I've also, look, he's now a minister. And remember, BCP now has a shadow cabinet. And my assignment is finance. So him and I are going to have to share a lot of notes and have a lot of exchanges. So at that level of working together on the floor of parliament, exchanging notes, exchanging views, saying I agree, here I don't agree, I think we will be able to do that as gentlemen.
Yes. We don't know him that much, but Ndaba Gaolathe ke motho o nang le praise ntsi go tswa mo bathong. Apparently is a financial or economic guru or whatsoever. Having worked with him before, what's your take like in terms of leadership now that he's the VP and all that?
Well, like I said, we worked very briefly.
Briefly.
I decided to change. It's like a football player who's joined you, but warm-up matches I really don't know much. But look what, it doesn't it's not about whether you are a guru in something or not. I think like Dithapelo ke ne ke bua ka his work cut out for him. Ndaba, the task is clear. He needs to rebuild the government investment account. He needs to diversify the economy. He needs to build an economy that creates jobs. He needs to build an economy that can pay 4,000 minimum, a high wage economy that does not leave anyone behind. He needs to address issues of unemployment or rather poverty through employment creation, hopefully. So now we'll gauge him on that. Now I'm not the guy who can assess some motto, Aliko starting line. He's at the starting line.
Yeah.
Peter that guy who ran against Litsile and had to start giving a lot of reasons because a lot of people assessed him Aliko starting line.
Yeah.
So Gaolathe, the ticket assessment will be on those variables, and he has 5 years to prove himself.
How do I access your manifesto? Because I was looking yesterday, like nigga but the manifestos on online, but I can't even. Like how do I access?
That's good feedback. I thought it was there.
Online.
Yes, it should be.
Okay, maybe I wasn't searching well. I
will ask my team.
Yeah.
It should be an easy thing to get.
Okay, why UDC when you go Banakai? Because like I actually wanted to compare them. But
I'm not too sure, but I'll forward it to you because I do have a soft copy.
Walon.
Well, yeah, UDC.
Hey.
I mean, it may not be my party, but
okay.
I believe in helping people to access information. Get a whole delivery today.
Yeah, thank you. Your selling points that you manifesto towards 2024, they were almost similar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And now that you are the leader of opposition, you are holding them accountable.
Yes.
Got those promises.
Yes.
One would think, hey, like this is going to require time to achieve whatever that they were preaching and all that, or selling themselves.
Yes.
And at the same time, one would wonder, because since BCP was saying the same message, BCP dumela gore it's doable. Okay.
Yeah. And remember, we came up with our manifesto first. We are the first of the block.
Yeah.
And then the UDC came with their manifesto. In a lot of similarities, which was not too surprising. 2019.
Yeah.
I played a leading role more than manifesto UDC.
Thank you so much. I said that
No, even
I said I was lying.
It's public knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, I led that process.
The manifesto. Yeah.
So I was not going to throw away the proposed 2019 just because I still UDC. I still believe in those things. Manifesto UDC was 2019. But what 2024
like
it's ka tsone ko go bone ke be ke boa
ka tsone go they remained with the blueprint, the other manifesto.
Yes, and I'm happy gore le BCP tsama ba ska ba tsa tshwetso ya gore a re lathetsene BCP e tsile ka tsone le ditumelo tsa bone re ba ditsentse mo manifesto.
Okay.
Let me just point out a few differences. Okay. Rona le UDC ne re itse seemo sa itsholelo gore tse ga kae ga re kwala di manifesto because Bank of Botswana e release di report I think every 3 months on the economy. Rona ne re dumela gore we will need 5 years to build an economy e ka kgonang go create 300,000 jobs. It will take us 5 years. That's what we said. I get it. And then we said number 2, in 5 years between 2024 and 2029, dituelo di tla pagama go gorga go 4,000. UDC yone e be no, ga re dumele gore thoka 5 years. Go re dituelo di nne 4,000. Ga lo ka re top, dituelo e tla nna 4,000. We don't need time, really UDC, to build that economy. That is why a lot of people ba BCP ne ba bua gore kante ke re sa change ra bua ka UDC ra re go mo re ka go khona on day 1. And we said no, we can't. Because otherwise we will be dishonest. So if UDC is indeed honest, and I have no reason to say they were dishonest for now. They must give us the plan. This is what we promised. I know gore ba supa go company di tse tshwana le bo Choppies gore ya nketsetsa re tla duela 4,000 pula. But why is government not paying 4,000 pula? Minimum. You can't praise Choppies or their employer has shown commitment to the UDC manifesto duela 4,000. When all the government also should be commitment to your manifesto. But they keep puso gompieno ba le teng ba ba amogelang less than 4,000.
Wait, can tell like what's the minimum home one within puso?
Mo puso go na le ba amogelang bo 2.5.
Mo pusong.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
I get like that
So-
was the BDP. So
Yes.
now
Now
that
there's a new employer.
yeah,
Go ga government o bidwang UDC government.
yeah.
And o duela go tlase ga 4,000. Me ke ene mong a 4,000. O tsamaya mo dikologa mo kopana le bo Choppies ba itaita mo marketeng gore well done. Nna ke batla go itaena government mo legeteng wa UDC gore well done. Le ena itse dituelo go 4,000.
Sa government.
O ile o rile ga a tsena ga a re in 5 years like BCP. Nna ne re re in 5 years. So ne re harologana ka the how part. But rona le bone gore tota mme ko pheletsong re batla in the end product ne re dumalana. So we will be holding them accountable to that. It's our job. That's what the voter has asked us to do. Lo main opposition, you hold the ruling party accountable.
How true or false is that they never la letsa gore bangwe ba lona ene di minister or the assistant minister?
No one was invited.
No one is
Yes,
no one.
no, it's not true.
Oh, it's not true.
No one from the BCP was invited to be a minister or an assistant minister.
What about working together? They never extended their hand towards you or le kopane puso or anything.
Nora, ga ise ba re kwale le sepe.
Oh,
Ya ga kiwa ha gona le mongwe o kwaletse yo mongwe ke rona re ba kwaletseng.
oh,
Mme re ba kwalela re ba gakolola ka maitlamo a bone. Re ba kopa gore ba ire ya ka ba kwadile. Ira.
okay. Let's talk about. I'd like us to talk about the shadow cabinet quickly.
Yes.
Can you do that, Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, the shadow cabinet. Ne ke bona on your speech or the shadow cabinet. I think like the previous
2014.
2014. Yeah, there was that as well. Shadow cabinet. Is it something that Selisi Tirelang as a party is not recognized ko parliament kana sa recognize wa kana ya?
At the moment, it's not recognized co parliament.
Okay.
But I am certain it will be recognized soon.
Yeah.
Because President Boko rile ene ga ba tle go itlwaediwa go tsamaiwa tsela e tlwaelesegileng.
Okay.
O batla the untraveled route.
Yeah, like to be unorthodox.
Yes. So the speaker has also said that.
Yeah.
O rotse moriri o mosweu.
Yeah.
And I hope those are not the changes that he wants.
Yeah.
We need real changes. What the shadow cabinet does in developed democracies and upcoming democracies like Tsabo South Africa, e letelela the voter gore a itse gore ga ke utlwile ba ba buang ba le ba busi who in the opposition is the equivalent.
Yeah.
You ta hang the position ya bona. Earlier this week I gave an analogy of football.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have a good football team.
Yeah.
Ya di player. But go itela ba tshameka le ba bangwe, you can never know gore are they really good.
Yeah.
It's only ga ba tsana mo lebaleng ba tshameka le ba bangwe.
Yeah.
So shadow cabinet allows gore the ideas in mo parliamenting di compete ke match
Yeah.
wa ruling party le opposition. And when you have tough competition, your team becomes stronger.
Yeah.
So shadow cabinet e tla letella motlhophi gore ga go twe minister wa education wa party e busang o buile a kgone go utlwa gore wa go kganetsong a re a bana le sengwe se se botoka ga re sena se se botoka a tsamaye le wa e busang
Yeah.
ga re na le se se botoka a inaakanye le rona. So it will allow the voter to listen and hear gore who makes sense better going forward. E seng hela gore bogologolo ne go nna le kgang ya gore matona ba nna ba re nyantetse kana wena ga o itse rona ga go positioning re batla go developa maparlamenta a opposition gore a kgone go nna mo sekaleng sa ga tona. I mean gompieno kgona go bona confusion e teng matona a mangwe ga go twe o botswa potso ipotsa gore a wa itse gore go iragala mo lephateng la but ha na e practice as a shadow minister before
Yeah.
I mean they would be cruising.
Arella, yeah.
Yes. So it's good also in that way for a party to develop its own personnel.
Yeah.
It's got a jack of all trades and
Yeah.
master of none.
Yeah.
I mean, now I know, gompieno ba teacher ba le ka go bua le nna ka kgang ya bo temporary teachers a etswe go parlamenteng. Ke isa ko our shadow minister of education. Do something about this.
Yeah.
You are our expert. You are our leader.
Yeah.
I can't be leader for everything.
Yeah.
So it allows also the party to have a diversity of talents
Yeah.
on display ko parlamente.
Yeah. You mentioned the phrase jack of all trades. Ke dumela gore o please check the like the BCP shadow cabinet. I think you have 3 ministries.
No, 2.
2.
Everyone
that's
o
minister.
tshwere one go na le ba re tshwereng 2 ke nna le Madao le re Hikwama. Nna ke combine tsa mining le tsa finance.
Okay. Empa le ho ya ga Amega re dumela.
Re dumelang ke Minister of Finance and also Mineral and Energy.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Why
It's
were you
because
given
it's because the ministry is 18. Rona re 15.
that? Okay.
So ra gore ha re tsa 111 re hella mo go 15 go sala tse 3. So 3 members had to take 2. It's myself, Re Hikwama, o kopantse lower education le higher education.
Yeah.
Medao, o kopantse presidency and foreign affairs. Yes.
What determines you getting the finance like the minerals?
It also goes according. Well, I did the allocations as
okay.
the leader.
Okay.
As the president sets out the cabinet,
Yeah.
I'm the leader of the opposition. I decide on the shadow cabinet.
Okay.
But first, my team, where are their strengths? What I'm passionate about tourism, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
But I couldn't take tourism because there's someone who is better skilled than me. More than tourism. Reke Khonegile has been experienced in issues of the trade union. It made sense. Gore le ga re na le kgantse ditona re le party tsa labor. Let's give the onangly an added advantage. So what's our finance minerals? In my assessment, I was better placed more to Yes.
Why did you give Medao Ministry of State President and International Affairs?
Medao state president because she has proven herself on issues of governance.
Okay.
Le Garira manifesto a BCP, she was a spokesperson. Mo dikganyeng mo chaptereng ya governance. She is a former judge. So this country has issues around the Otsabo rule of law. She's a good person to lead in that regard. She's a former minister of foreign affairs. So international relations, again, she fits well. Yes.
Who's the Minister of Youth there?
Hey, let me just check now.
The Minister of Youth.
Minister of Youth, Gender Affairs, Tabologo Furniture.
Yeah.
Again, Tabologo Furniture, youth makes sense. He's the former president of the BCP Youth League.
Yeah.
He is the youngest elected member of parliament.
Makes sense.
So it makes sense for him to run with that portfolio.
Faka pressure kan tegma.
Haka pressure ke mo parlamente wa Konkange. Moalusi.
Haswalon.
Ke wa rona.
Faka pressure.
Re
no
ne-
ile ngo faka pressure. Moalusi.
Era.
Moalusi.
Hey, let me just go.
Motlalemang Moalusi. But his strengths
Communications and innovation, yeah.
his strengths are around issues of technology. That's why you meet like communications and innovation.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Name tse dingwe tse true discuss like just
We have health, Philemon Arun.
Again, he comes from a region that has the biggest challenges around issues of health.
Oh, okay.
Northwest, ga o ya ko marina, ha go na le balwetse ba go teng ba tswa kgakala go heta mongwe le mongwe mme ba lahelwa ba tswa Northwest. And I
like here gona le borre bangwe ba ambulance ba itlhelang ba tla ba re ba tswa mo
Maung, Okavango,
yeah like Bukasane.
yes, that area, the challenges around health are phenomenal.
Oh,
And is Ghana background mo health. But sometimes you want a minister, someone to learn fast. Ona le tsa e leng gore o ka re nyame kana o ka tlhaloganya bo tourism mo botoka. We need someone with health, and now interacting with him, I think he's a fast learner and he'll do a good job.
Yo mongwe o hello Just any?
Re na le Kenny Kapinga for Justice and Correctional Services.
Okay, I know, like this one is obvious.
Kenny Kapinga Justice, he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Correctional Services, he's a former commissioner,
Yeah.
deputy commissioner of police.
Yeah.
So we've got talent.
Yeah,
And
solid.
this is the other thing about a shadow cabinet.
Yeah.
Is to say to the nation, I've got the personnel and I will do a good job. Yeah, oversight. I will not be running a shadow cabinet based on rumor. I am bringing professionals to the table. And that is what the BCP has done.
Harnana Goya, Ari Garelano, Lord Dooms. You came up with a catchphrase here, Save Botswana.
Yes.
How did that catchphrase come about? Also, do you think that Botswana needed saving?
Oh, yes. I thought Botswana we thought Botswana needed to be saved. It needed to be saved from rampant corruption. Yeah. It needed to be saved from declining education standards. It needed to be saved from declining health standards. It also needed to be saved from a collapsing economy. Government investment account. So the list is long. It needed to be saved from a delinquent DIS. So in a way, the BDP had to go for Botswana to be saved. Was this the right person to rescue and save Botswana? We hold a different view. But at least, and for that, like I say, we celebrate, and that's why we are happy to congratulate the UDC.
The following question from that was going to be, do you think Botswana still needs saving? Like, are you going to carry on with that catchphrase kind of for now?
Let's see. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. I've said this to Minister at UDC. Nah, if we have school a certain analysis on senior secondary, Ko Maung senior.
Yeah.
Has a register a pass rate above 25% of what private schools attain. Even 5 years, re kgona go bona gore me Maung secondary ya tumela di results tsa legae. Botswana will have been saved.
Yeah.
Ha ile gore the numbers unemployment di wela ko tlase, Botswana will have been saved. So let's wait and see. Time will tell.
Are there any possibilities of you forming a coalition with opposition parties now? I mean, BDP is opposition now.
Well, there's only 2 opposition parties in parliament.
Yeah.
Ke rona le BDP.
Yeah.
BPF, it's ruling and I don't know what to call them.
Yeah, they're ruling.
They are ruling, they're opposing.
Yeah.
They're occupying a unique position.
Yeah.
Ke la ntlha re e bona mo Botswana.
Yeah.
Yeah, busa gape ya ganetse.
Yeah.
Like I said, BDP, you can't wish them away for now. But
Yeah.
I'm leader of opposition. I also have to make sure that the interests that all opposition parties are protected. So ga ba le ko parlamenteng, I have a duty to make sure gore ga ba go kontsiwe hela ka gore ba ke menwana phezulu.
Yeah.
They represent some voters and they must be listened to.
Yeah.
But ba tla be ba le teng ka 2029 again, I don't know.
But if ever there's a proposal that you guys should form a coalition,
We don't share the same values. Re setse re kile ra ikutlwela gore go leka go tsena in the same room le motho o sa sharing di value le ene gore ai. Re dule mo with bent fingers, and I don't want to bend my fingers again. So I'm not looking at a coalition with the BDP. No.
but what's the stand sa BCP at the moment, sa coalition hell?
I
Like,
suspect
let's say maybe there's a party that you guys form share the same values or whatsoever.
we will certainly. Remember, we are a party that has worked with other parties before.
okay,
Bo
you're right.
MELS, Bo Botswana Alliance Movement, Bo New Democratic Front, Bo Botswana Labour Party. So we are very open-minded. But mo go rona se se tona ke gone gore a mme ke batho ba ba lebegang ba na le kutlwiso e tshwanang le a rona ka dikgang tse Batswana ba tshwenyegang ka tsone.
What's the relationship with you and MELS, like with BCP and MELS?
MELS has decided that kana ke le be emela ditlhopho.
I know.
E be tsa tshwetso gore ga se tlhole ya emela ditlhopho. e tla ema as part of BCP.
Yeah.
Because BCP resembles the values that they fight for.
Okay.
So we will see. We keep reviewing. You want to be totally, things change. Remember the Botswana Alliance movement.
Yeah.
How similar pele ba pile re sa tshwaragana ya ka re tshwaragana we tell BCP decide gore e change its symbol. Ya adopt a symbol ya bam ya kgomo e tshwana. Re ntsha ya lepoi le motho wa badimo ke le mere simolotse ka ona. So these are things we are always willing to review and say is this working or can it be improved? Yes.
Lord Dooms, re bone puso e change. But batho ntse ke bone hela. For some of us by Langore, listen, not that I've always even got the previous government with my personal experiences now. Nigger fine. It's okay to hold the government accountable. But the other problem that we have, like the system. Puso e change but system e ka rentse ke yone hela. Totala ha isere bone batho ba ntseng le leaders tsa maphata a ntseng a le teng exist ba change gore it's like tlhogo e dule go tsene sele but the body ke yone hela. I don't know, what's your take on that?
I was hoping to see some changes at a faster rate.
Yeah.
You can't change the entire civil service.
True.
But the top faces,
Yeah.
you needed to act. And I think going into this last election, the DIS is a rogue institution. And in the main, the leader, the DIS is a problem. I'm surprised. Rebo has decided he's keeping things the way they are. Masisi is the leader of the institution, merely a personal bodyguard. Personal bodyguard. Recently they were together on internet. Security. Oh, okay. BDF State House, retail command of the BDF Ilena Bulangate, State House. That can't be correct. But PSP, the PSP was driving the policies at Omkrach. It was important for them to come in quickly. Hanebali ready be bakant. Eka bana le batho ba itseng le gore on day 1 ga re simolle re shaba ikete re botsa gore batho ba ntse ba tshegetse Omkrach rona ba ka re tshegetsa jang. In that regard, I think there's reason to worry. Let's hope they don't take more than 100 days to go
Like, is it safe to say UDC busa le Domkrach? The system ya thing or whatsoever?
Well, I think someone else has said it. It's not Basama Hokwami. I think it Mary Docas in one podcast for Kanalaone cabinet down Pinoka level. Wins Jawani give us minutes in Gotomgra.
Yeah.
Hakiti. Hongi influence here the former BDP members in the Ko UDC. It's possible. But let's say again, let's give them time.
Anything that side, Chief Ghost?
Lord Dooms,
sir,
congratulations on being the 7th president of the Republic of Botswana, sir.
Already.
Get us with a rural
I got 2024. Over 2029 or what's
Thank you so much for coming to
receive.
the pod.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
like o mail mo stilo Lord Dooms, re go tima sebaka sa gore o buele batho ba ko Maung ha ke itse gore mo ka bara gore
please come to Maung lona na kongwe. I'm not going to honor any invitation ya lona unless lu recordela ko Maung.
No, we should come like this festive.
Yes,
hey,
so
no, let's do something.
Until you honor my invitation to Maung, I will not take you another invitation.
Yeah, kind of like you had invited us last time. No, the next one to local Maung.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like we're going to experience the Maung experience. Lord Dooms, one last word to are we still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
There's your cam. One last word to Botswana.
You know,
BCP, Maung, what tell my BDP, let my UDC, both
even though show ya gompieno e se ka maung ba tlo go leboga batho ba maung. When I decided that I'm done with the city lights, I was well received.
Yeah.
I won Maung West in 2019 with a very big margin. This was repeated in 2024, a very comfortable margin. Go sa kgathalese gore baeteledipele ba diphati tseno tse ne ke emele tsone ba ne ba leka go tle gore ba promote ko Maung North. Batho ba Maung North accorded me that privilege, and for that I'm very thankful. Botswana bote ba re thopileng re le Botswana Congress Party e se maloko a rona hela. We appreciate, we will not disappoint you. We are marching forward as a stronger party, and hopefully our days in government are coming close. Yeah.
To Botswana at large?
Botswana at large, I think we have a good country. We may not agree on a whole lot of issues, but we have a great country. A peaceful country, a generally well-educated country, even though education has been on a decline. God has favored us with a lot of resources. Let's make sure that these resources benefit Botswana and not necessarily become huge profits for foreign companies. Together, we can benefit from this pleasant country.
Like I would say, 2 questions are in a minute, Lord Dooms. What do you think of the DBS back and forth that we've been having?
It's not helpful. I hope it ends soon. Any business contract in uncertainty for both sides. DBS. So I'm hopeful that I'm praying.
Former President Masisi wanted to renegotiate from 85-15 to 50-50. And I think recently incumbent President Duma Boko NRA remain with 85-15, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected.
You know, there are a few things we want from this deal. That's not the numbers. Percentage, very few things you want.
Yeah.
We want more value from our diamonds. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
How do we get value? We want more Botswana working in cutting and polishing companies.
Yeah.
We want our national account to receive more from Madiadi Deman. We want to receive more tax from the companies related to the Deman. It's not a complicated ask. Na digere batho go maumba le mo ating ro bua di go bare na sepeli di kgwa tseo tlogela di kgwa tseo. This is what we want.
Yeah.
Na ke tsa gore kids re se batlang, and any president who delivers it.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a scale of BDP boosted for 58, if not 59 years.
Yes.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate them?
You know, BDP started off well. I think it's in Moody buildings, but Naguagasaretsa was young. Maybe I can a very fair analysis. But there are certain marks of brilliance. I mean, for example, whatever Anna president, that's a easy mineral that they will have seen. Me ba sa inisa di khosi tsote gore ha go ka itelwa di mineral ga se tsa go ke tsa lehatse. That was a mark of brilliance on the man's part. So na ke atle ke re, you know, how le bella di presidents are ka di performing nga thing. It's been a descending staircase.
Descending
Staircase,
Yeah,
not ascending. Descending.
Yeah.
Because Remasire only the challenge under his government.
Luba.
Yes, he was the longest serving. Maybe he overstayed. But when you compare what Remogai with all the education he had, the exposure,
HIV.
but he should have done better than Remasire. But can you really say he did? It's difficult to say. And then when you come to Rakama, it's the same thing. We started having problems about extrajudicial killing, and then Remasisi. So it has been a descending staircase. I hope with Remasisi we reach the lowest point and we can start ascending. Yes.
Yeah, but hella in general,
I would give
like
them a 5 out of 10.
a 5 out of 10.
Yes.
So they did okay.
They are just okay.
Yeah, they're just
Yes,
okay.
they are just okay. But we need countries that excel. Mauritius is excelling because it's not just okay. Singapore, their leaders were not content with okay. They wanted to be amongst the best. So that's why I say I hope Ramasisi was the lowest stair. We can now start going up. Yeah.
One thing that I like about you, Lord Dooms, is that you are a very respectful person. Huh? You know,
Yeah.
you always address everyone with respect, you know. Masisi, Masisi, Duma Boko, you know.
Re ke ka re godisitsweng ka teng.
Yeah, okay. Ha se sabata.
Nka harologana le wena,
But
but I must respect you.
Yeah.
I must differ with you respectfully.
yeah.
Yes.
Guys, do you have a middle name?
No, I don't.
Okay, Honorable Dumelang Saleshando, MP for Mau North.
Mau North, correct.
Yeah, MP for Mau North and incumbent leader of opposition. Nelugupile part 2, Harizora Artana part 3, but it should be there, but Reloko Mauniano.
Correct.
Reloko To the overviewers of all the places that you could have been at, you choose to be with us here on Overview Podcast, and we appreciate you so much. Remember to subscribe, guys. Subscribe, so that the channel may grow. Membership cards that are coming really soon. And this is how we sign out, baby. With a
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.